I never planned to sell my soul. I don't think anyone ever does. But desperation makes dangerous ideas sound reasonable. And that night, when the world felt too heavy to carry, I walked into a forest where even the moon seemed afraid to shine. That's where I met her, the devil. Not a monster, not a horned beast. No, she looked painfully human, wrapped in a red glow that flickered like candlelight. Her eyes were the giveaway, shifting shades of crimson, like something alive swam behind them. She told me she knew what I wanted before I opened my mouth. "I want your soul," she said softly, "but not all at once. Only one day a year. I'll borrow it, wear it, walk around in your place. You get to live freely the rest of the time." I should have questioned the arrangement, the logic, the reason, but I was broken enough to agree. She touched my chest with a single cold finger, and my breath left me as if stolen. When I woke the next morning, the contract was part of me. Most of the year I live like everyone else. Work errands, small joys. I almost convince myself it isn't real. But as the date creeps closer, I start feeling the shift. Lights dimming for a second too long, shadows stretching, whispers curling at the edge of my hearing. Animals avoid me. My reflection looks delayed, like it's thinking for itself. That's how I know she's getting closer, excited to reclaim what's hers for one night. The first year wasn't horrifying in the way I expected. When she took my soul, I was pulled into a silent darkness, floating, watching through my own eyes from somewhere far away. She didn't hurt anyone. She didn't destroy anything. She walked. She touched leaves, felt rain on our skin, smiled at strangers with the curiosity of someone stepping into sunlight for the first time. She was gentle, almost childlike. But when she returned my soul the next morning, she whispered, "Now I understand you." And something in her voice made my heart freeze. Devils shouldn't understand people. Understanding is dangerous. The second year, she changed. When she arrived, her smile was thinner, her eyes sharper, as if she'd spent the past year thinking. When she entered my body, her steps were full of purpose. She visited the people who had wronged me, old coworkers, an ex who shattered me, a neighbor who made my life miserable. She didn't kill them. She didn't even touch them. She just whispered something into each of their ears. Something I couldn't hear from the void, but whatever she said broke them in ways that didn't bleed. Some quit their jobs. Some left town. One checked into a psychiatric facility the next morning. When I returned to my body, I found words scratched into my desk in a language I couldn't read. But I understood the feeling behind them. She was studying me, learning me, becoming me. Now it's year 3 and everything feels wrong. My apartment is too quiet. The ticking clock sounds like footsteps. My heartbeat feels like it's being tugged, like a string someone else is holding. I try locking the doors even though I know locks are useless, pretending everything's fine even though I sound like I'm saying goodbye. I sit on my bed shaking as the air thickens. The walls hum. My breath turns cold. I don't have to see her to know she's in the room. She doesn't arrive with fire or thunder. She arrives like a thought, slow, creeping, inevitable. She steps out of a shadow as if the shadow gave birth to her. Her smile is wide and patient. "You've grown interesting," she whispers, placing her hand over my heart. I fall backward into that familiar void, but this time it isn't silent. This time I can feel her emotions, anticipation, hunger. Curiosity sharpened into something more dangerous. Inside my body, she moves with confidence. She touches my face like she's adjusting a mask she plans to keep. "One day a year isn't enough anymore," she murmurs in my voice. And from the void, I feel something tightening, stretching, tearing at the connection between us. It's the first time I realize the truth. She hasn't been borrowing my soul. She has been reshaping it. I scream, but no sound leaves me. I push against the darkness, but it clings like tar. And then I understand the real contract. The one I never read. The one I never asked for. She didn't want a day in my life. She wanted practice. She wanted rehearsal. She wanted to become me. And this year, as I watch her smile at my reflection with a look that belongs entirely to her, I feel the void closing around me like a coffin. I know with absolute certainty that when morning comes, she won't be giving my soul back. She doesn't need to borrow me anymore. She's ready to replace me.